Okay, guys, I'm gonna go over a few things in this video. So make sure that you listen to everything that I gotta say before you say anything or whatever, okay? Now, the reason why I'm making this video, I was watching my boy, Yo Strix, aka 12 Prodigy. He was playing Paragon on stream. And I was like, yo, the Game Awards was last night, right? You're like, yeah. I was like, anybody know what won Game of the Year? And me, I was expecting Uncharted 4 to win Game of the Year. But then when I heard what Game of the Year was, it took a second for me to realize. Like, I thought I was fucking around at first, but then at the same time, it was like I was perplexed because I was like, okay, he gotta be fucking around, but at the same time, holy shit, it really did get Game of the Year. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna talk about several things in this, guys. Now, Overwatch got Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a little brief history lesson here. I used to watch the Game Awards, okay? Just like a lot of other people that are gamers, because they were like, oh shit, there's a Game Awards, finally. Jeff Keighley was behind it, see what he can do. And people started watching it. But as time went on with these Game Awards, a lot of people saw it as a joke and it doesn't represent gamers the right way, this, that, and the third. Yet a lot of people not really caring about it, such as myself. There was a lot of very questionable winners and losers, throughout the years of awards and stuff like that. And you finally get to today where it does seem like it's being presented better, but it's hard to get those people back, such as myself, to watch the awards because of all the bullshit that happened to make it irrelevant in previous years. Okay? So now what I do is I just basically get the updates afterwards. And, and I check out whatever notable premiere videos they showed and stuff like that. Did the same thing for this year. Now that I got that out of the way, okay, I want to talk about Overwatch versus Uncharted real quick. Overwatch is a multiplayer only game, okay? Multiplayer only. Uncharted 4 has a single player and a multiplayer. Alright? Now, I want you guys to understand something. Someone like me that's grown up playing games ever since I've been very young, I've always valued a great single player experience. And I've always valued a great co-op and multiplayer experience throughout the years, even into the transition of multiplayer online gaming. I've always valued both. There is not one to me that is more important than the other, period. Okay? So when I hear somebody say, well, the multiplayer isn't as good, so the fuck what? You still have more aspects to a game, period. Put that shit to rest. Yes, I love Blizzard. I've always loved Blizzard coming up. Playing Warcraft, StarCraft. StarCraft is one of my favorite video games of all time. Video game series of all time. StarCraft's my shit. Enjoy Warcraft as well. Played a little bit of WoW and all that shit. Blizzard is a dope ass company. I love Blizzard. Them coming out with Overwatch, it's a fun game. I have enjoyed it. I've played it quite a bit. I don't own it myself, but I've played it quite a bit. I even have gameplay footage of me playing the damn game on my channel and on Twitch. But Yes, it is a fun game, fun multiplayer team-based shooter. Yes, it is fun, but it in no way holds a candle. In no way holds a candle to the experience. It's not about a package. It's about an overall fucking experience, an enthralling, invigorating, beautiful, well scripted, amazingly voice acted, just incredible set pieces, mind blowing, jaw dropping action adventure fucking sequences that destroy pretty much any game I and a lot of other people have ever played. Period. All I gotta say is Madagascar. From the fucking clock tower to the end, shut it the fuck down. Shut it the fuck down. I'm sorry. No matter how many fucking Overwatch matches I play with my buddies is not gonna amount to that fucking amazing experience I had in Uncharted, and anybody else that has played Uncharted throughout the entirety of the game would agree with that. But except for one type of person, and this is where we're gonna go full circle. Okay? Oh, and let me do this here real quick. Oh, shit. I'm just throwing this out there right there. 91, 6.8, 93, 7.9. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, this is where we're going full circle with this shit. We are in a day and age. Remember how I was talking about with me? Since I've grown up playing single player, multiplayer, there's not a single aspect to me that is more profound or like, oh, if I gotta have my multiplayer. Go suck a dick. This is the mindset of this fucking Call of Duty bitch-made, bitch-ass generation of gamers that started playing like a generation ago, a generation or two ago, and shit. They started playing when these first-person shooters started oversaturating and flooding the fucking market and all this shit. And you know how many times I've heard, "Oh, I'm not gonna fucking buy a game unless it has online on it. I'm not playing the game if it doesn't have multiplayer on it." Go kick fucking rocks. I understand it's fun. Yes, it's enjoyable. But that is not the only thing that makes a fucking video game. And for the people that want to say, hey, Overwatch's multiplayer is awesome, man. I mean, Uncharted 4's multiplayer just, it doesn't hold a candle to it. Okay. I can agree with that, yes. You know, while Uncharted multiplayer is fun, yeah, Overwatch is better. But doesn't that mean I can use that same bitch-made logic back on you? Uncharted single player is remarkable. It sets the tone. Let me compare it to Overwatch. Oh, that's right. It doesn't fucking have one. Wake the fuck up. You guys don't realize, I mean, I see it clear as day, and there's a lot of other, specifically other knowledgeable gamers that's been around for a while that see it. A lot of these gamers nowadays are very, very delusional. They specifically value a one side of a game more than others. You know what I'm saying? Well, if it doesn't have multiplayer, I'm not playing it. Get the fuck out of here. And even if you don't, let's say you don't value that. Let's say, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? You like a great single player and a great multiplayer experience. You're going to sit here and honestly tell me that you didn't enjoy Uncharted 4? And like I said, with the mindset that you don't value one over the other. Yes, you always have great multiplayer rounds when you're playing online in any multiplayer game. I mean, shit, I play Rainbow Six Siege, and I have a fantastic time playing that shit. It's fun as fuck. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't hold a candle to Uncharted. Same thing with Overwatch. I had great matches playing online. It's fun. It is fun. And the thing is that the intricacies of playing a multiplayer game, yes, there are certain things that make it a little bit funner than some other aspects of a video game, you know. But that only comes specifically when you're playing with your friends or you're playing competitively or something. You know what I'm saying? That's when it gets kind of addicting. But at the end of the day, just because something is enticing you like that and more addicting, it doesn't outplay the technical marvels of another game. Uncharted 4 is literally a work of art. I mean, the way that they converse and talk to each other throughout the story and how it unfolds is just beautiful. Like the game is set up so well, from story to gameplay and just everything, music. It's just that shit. If Tomb Raider, which was released last year on the Xbox One, if Tomb Raider came out this year and not Uncharted, and Overwatch won over Tomb Raider, I'd be sitting there saying the same fucking thing, because Tomb Raider is a excellent fucking game. Excellent fucking game. Deserves Game of the Year, period. The game is awesome. Same thing would happen if, oh my god, same thing would happen definitely if The Witcher. What if The Witcher came out this year and you heard the same bullshit that people are saying? That would, oh my, like, and honestly, it's I'd be like, you fucking kidding me? You're gonna come with that tired ass bullshit and tell me that Overwatch is better than the fucking Witcher? I would have to slap some bitches. I'm sorry, I would just have to. Because this is the signal, this is the message that these fucking delusional people are saying. The Witcher is a technical marvel, just like Uncharted. Two different kinds of games, but they are both masterpieces in their genre, in their craft. It's just that Uncharted happens to have also a multiplayer that is legitimately fun. And you're going to tell me that this online team-based shooter, which I played a plethora fucking of, yes, it does give fun experiences. It does not equate. It just does not equate to a game that not just only has a single player and a multiplayer, but has a robust, profound single player. And like I said, if I gotta say it again, amazing voice acting, amazing graphics, just spot on gameplay mechanics for the type of game that it is. Awesome, just awesome mechanics when it comes to shooting, traversal, platforming, and hand-to-hand combat in the game. Fantastic characters, fantastic music, set pieces, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, just jaw-dropping sequences that happen periodically through the game. I mean, pieces of action and drama that you can't find in fucking movies. Pieces of action and drama that set the tone and bar for games, movies, and art as a whole. You do not find that in a fucking multiplayer only game. I am sorry. Like I said, you're delusional. It makes no sense to me. Yes, you feel free to have fun with Overwatch. You might have had tons of hours of gameplay with it. It might be great. I understand that. But don't let that fun factor of, oh, I love this game, let you not see. You can't be blinded by what the facts actually are. You can't. It's the same thing when you go see a really good movie. You can see a really good action movie. It's like, yo, that movie was awesome. That shit was action packed. That shit was dope. And that would be that Overwatch. But then you see that fucking epic. You see that classic epic movie that has just like everything, the perfect just quality, and it's just done so well from beginning to end with characters and all this shit. That is what Uncharted is. That's what a Witcher is. You know what I'm saying? That's what those are. You can't compare the two. And what I mean by that is that one of them completely just outclasses the other one. It's I don't know. It's like I feel like people don't appreciate art as much as they should. And when you play Uncharted, ever since from the moment you press go, it is a gorgeous game. And when I say gorgeous, I'm not just talking about visual fidelity. I'm talking about everything coming together as a package. It is a gorgeous game. I just don't understand why people can't see this. People are fucking delusional. And it makes no sense to me. None. Like I said, have fun playing Overwatch. I will too. You know what I'm saying? It's a very fun game. Very fun game. Most likely best shooter of the year. Shit like that. You know, whatever. But to be a better overall game than Uncharted, get the fuck out of here. The other thing I'm going to say is, and I'm going to wrap the video up with this. And I'm going to switch this back over here for this one. And the reason why I'm using Metacritic, for those people who don't know, is that Metacritic gives you an average score of pretty much every single editorial, from magazines to websites and shit, all around the internet, and give you your average score. And you're telling me the average score on Uncharted 4 up here is higher than Overwatch, but yet, yeah, like I said, get shitted on. From user score and the meta score. But like I said, I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. But look, I'm actually just putting that out there just to kind of kick you in the balls a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. But all right, the last thing I'm gonna say is that before I made this video, I don't really watch Total Biscuit. I really don't. But I was trying to look up the Game Awards, and when I did, I don't know, YouTube like muted the video or some shit like that because it had some commercial sales. Like, wow, what the fuck? So I can't even watch it. You know, I wanted to specifically watch that Game of the Year portion, but then I seen Total Biscuit's video kind of close around, and so I was like, okay, you know, let me check this out. And there was a part of his video that I do have to agree with. And this is when it's going to come around to maybe supporting Overwatch a little bit. In a small, minuscule fucking portion. Okay, now, this is what I want to get at. And this is what I'm talking about, you know, back in Overwatch a little bit. And I understand it. Now, we all know that the winners of whatever categories are selected by fans. Okay, we've always known this. It even says it right on the Game Awards website. It says it right here. It says fan voting determines winners in select categories. Okay, now Let's read what it says up here. It says the Game Awards recognizes creative, technical, and gameplay excellence in video game industries across console, PC, VR, and mobile industries. Okay, that is what it should be. Excellence. Excellence. Nominees and winners for most categories of the Game Awards are selected by 29 global media and influencer outlets. Okay? Now, most. Now, what about the the ones that are just kind of hanging on there? What about the ones that are not the most? Like, what's going on there? Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. So these publications submit ballots in nomination and winner round based on collective and diverse feedback of their staff. Now, I want you to look at these, okay? These are not developers, okay? And that kind of makes me wonder a little bit, because I never really looked at how the nominees are presented. I've always known that fans are the ones that vote to win, and I'm gonna get to that, which is I'm gonna get to that. But the nominees are actually presented and actually issued to them by publications. So, like IGN, Giant Bomb, Kinda Funny, you know what I'm saying? Rooster Teeth, Polygon, Kotaku. They're the ones that say, you know what? This game. Because like it says their staff. Feedback of their staff. So this is why certain years, when you're looking for a certain game to be in a certain category, you don't see it. I remember I was wondering why Heavy Rain wasn't in the Game of the Year category and various other games when it came out originally on the PS3 years ago, why it wasn't in there. I was like, why isn't Heavy Rain in there? Why isn't this game in there? Why isn't this game in there? And it's because of this shit. I personally think that this needs to change. I do. I think this needs to be an aspect that needs to change for this whole Jeff Keighley Game of the Year shit. You gotta Game Award shit. You gotta understand, guys, and I'm gonna say this real quick. I understand that the Game Awards is just one little thing, okay? All these publications, editorials, you know what I'm saying, magazines, all that stuff, they always give praise and their own Game of the Years to different games and stuff like that. Because honestly, there never really is a Game of the Year. Because everybody gives out Game of the Years. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, in their own magazines or websites and stuff like that. It's the same reason why that you'll see a bunch of games come out. They'll come out with like this bundle later after they release called the Game of the Year edition and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's never really one Game of the Year like talking about. Now there are games that get like a ton of Game of the Year awards, such as like The Last of Us and Uncharted 2 and stuff like that, and The Witcher 3. You know what I'm saying? They get like a ton of them, so those get more clout and stuff like that. You know, they're definitely more noticed. But I'm talking about specifically this Game Awards, this Jeff Keighley shit, okay? This is what I'm focusing this whole video on, alright? And I look at this and I'm like, wow, okay, I mean, GameSpot, okay, so they're the ones that pretty much pick the nominees. And then after that, we, as fans and as gamers, come up here and vote. This is where I said, this is where I talk about backing up Overwatch a little bit. And it just comes down to facts. Simple facts. It's not about what game is better, honestly. It really isn't at the end of the day. And this is the flaw. Because I can bet my life that more people play Overwatch than Uncharted 4. Right? You're talking about a Blizzard game. I love Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people are playing Overwatch? Tons. And it's a very good, fun game. People are playing it like crazy, raging over it and shit. Playing it hard as fuck. And rightfully so. But Uncharted 4 is only on the PlayStation. You have to have one in order to play. There's people that I personally know that have a PlayStation and still haven't played Uncharted, but they have played Overwatch. Why? Because it goes back to what I said. They're a part of this multiplayer mindset, this multiplayer aspect about them. You know, that's what they focus on. That's what they have to have. It's their fucking itch. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. A game legitimately should be judged equally. Doesn't matter about, you know, multiplayer is cool, single player is cool. It just is what it is. It's all one equal portion when you compare a video game to another video game. Okay? But if you want to compare aspects of a video game, you know, then okay, then you can take off the multiplayer portion and judge it against the multiplayer portion of that game. Okay, I get that. But anyways, you have more people playing Overwatch. So it's not a shock. It makes sense. Overwatch is gonna win. Just is what it is. You know? And you know, in hindsight, I should have known this anyways. If it was a nominee, then okay, yeah, it's gonna win. There's so many more people playing. There's so many more gamers playing. Of course they're gonna vote for Overwatch. And I can tell you, a lot of them most likely haven't even played fucking Uncharted 4. Probably never even fucking touched it. You're talking about a game that's only released on one console versus the game that's released on 2 consoles and the PC. 3 separate platforms. You know how many people are playing that shit? A lot. A whole lot. So the Game Awards is I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like every category is subjected to what I'm saying as far as a popularity thing, but I do feel that certain categories, specifically Game of the Year, is subjected to it. Especially when you have a matchup like this. When you have a profound, just famous, well-known company like Blizzard that comes out with this awesome multiplayer experience, and then you put it up against an exclusive game that is fucking jaw-dropping amazing. It's what's gonna happen. Same thing happened, and now that I think about it, the same thing happened with that year that Grand Theft Auto 4. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 won Game of the Year over Metal Gear Solid 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 was released on the PC, the PS3, and the Xbox. It is a Grand Theft Auto game. It's very popular, well known, everybody plays it. But Metal Gear Solid 4 was an amazing game. Whether some people want to say it was more a movie than game, whatever, you know, the game was immaculate. The game was awesome. But Grand Theft Auto won over it. You know, that was a little bit more of a toss-up than this year because of how people perceived Metal Gear, because of the whole, how much cutscenes there were in it. But, man, this year, no way. No way. But like I said, man, there's some categories where I do think the winners are very just, and I think it's because a lot of people play those games, but they're not divided gamers. It's not like it's like these games are released on multiple platforms, or it's just that a lot of people played it and it's not as many as others. If you know what I'm trying to say, like a lot of people played it, but not as much as someone would play fucking Overwatch or something like that. It's a much more controlled environment. But when it comes to the game of the year, and you have these multi-platform games going against an exclusive game, of course that multi-platform game is gonna fucking shit on it. Especially when it's a game that's as big as Overwatch. Especially, some games won't win though. Some games won't win. Like, let's say it was Uncharted 4 against Call of Duty, or Uncharted 4 against Battlefield. Those games will probably be played by so many more people, a lot popular. You know what I'm saying? As far as like people playing, but it wouldn't be this. It's not the same because of just the history of Call of Duty and Battlefield and the fan base and stuff like that. It's not the same kind of experience. You're talking about Overwatch, a brand new IP that people are loving and still playing very strongly right now, versus Call of Duty that's going on a downward fucking decline. You know what I'm saying? As far as a fan base and people playing and stuff like that. And then you still have Battlefield that's it's doing its thing, and it's popular, but it's still trying to grow and topple Call of Duty, which it still hasn't yet. People don't realize that it still hasn't yet, but it's working its way through things. It's totally different. It's a totally different comparison. But hey, it is what it is, man. Okay, guys, I'm done ranting about this. Hopefully I got my message out there. The video might be a little bit long, but I had to get this shit off my chest. I felt like I had to say something about this. Because, man, holy shit. Damn, that's some shit. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Look out for the videos coming soon enough. I'm probably going to put this up on my reaction channel and on my game channel. We'll see. Alright, guys, I'll holler at y'all later. And as always, thanks for watching. If I put it on the anime channel too, I'm putting on all three. Fuck it. It is what it is. Peace.